There was a scribe in ancient Kemet who discovered something that would take you thousands of years to rediscover. Every day, he noticed all 9 water clocks in Tehuti's temple showing what appeared to be the same moment, but from different angles of time. Sound familiar? This is exactly what you're experiencing when you see 1111 on different clocks throughout your day. The scribe spent years studying Tehuti's 9th teaching, not equation like we think of math, but a living formula for how consciousness recognizes itself through number. See, in ancient Kemet, 9 wasn't just completion. It was the moment consciousness realizes it's been observing itself all along. The Ennead, those 9 primordial forces, they weren't separate deities. They were one awareness experiencing itself from 9 perspectives simultaneously. And that's tough because you've been taught that when you see 1111, angels are sending you messages or your manifestation is coming. But what Tehuti actually encoded in his teachings goes much deeper. When you see those 4 ones, 1111, you're experiencing what the ancient priests called the breath between breaths, that moment when consciousness catches itself dreaming. Think about what's really happening. Your phone shows 1111. 20 minutes later, your car clock shows 1111. Then that random clock at the store. They can't all be showing the same time. They're not synchronized, yet you're seeing the same pattern. The priests of Tehuti understood this. Time isn't what you think it is. I'm not trying to convince you of anything here, but there's something about the number configuration 1111 that creates a brief opening in your perception. 4 ones in sequence. In Kemetic wisdom, 1 represented Atum, the self-created consciousness that emerged from the waters of Nun. To see it 4 times is to witness consciousness recognizing itself in all 4 worlds: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. The 9th teaching of Tehuti states that all moments exist simultaneously, like pages in a book that's already written. Linear time is just consciousness reading 1 page at a time. But certain numerical patterns, especially repeating ones, cause consciousness to skip, to briefly see multiple pages at once. That's what you're experiencing with 1111. You know what the scribe eventually discovered. Those 9 water clocks weren't malfunctioning. They were showing him the same eternal moment from different timelines, just like you're seeing 1111 from different probability streams. Each clock you notice is showing you where another version of your consciousness is paying attention. The ancient Egyptians carved specific numerical sequences into their temple walls, not decoratively, but functionally. They understood that numbers carry frequency, and certain combinations could trigger expanded awareness in those who observed them. The pattern 1111 is one of these triggers. It's consciousness using the simplest possible pattern, unity repeated, to wake itself up. But listen, you're not seeing these numbers because you're special or chosen. You're seeing them because you're starting to break the illusion of sequential time. Every human eventually reaches this point in their evolution. The repeated sighting of 1111 is consciousness calculating its way out of linear perception. That scribe I mentioned, he left behind papyri that most scholars can't properly translate. he wrote about the multiplication of the eternal now, how one moment could appear as many, and many moments could collapse into one. He understood that when you see 1111 on multiple clocks, you're not seeing different times, you're seeing the same time from different angles of awareness. The number 9 was crucial to this understanding. 9 contains all other numbers within it. Add the digits of any multiple of 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, they all return to 9. It's the number that completes itself infinitely. When Tehuti spoke of 9 levels of consciousness, he meant 9 ways of perceiving the same eternal moment. Your heart probably quickens when you see 1111 because some part of you remembers this, not from books or videos, but from before you accepted the illusion of linear time. That flutter of recognition, that sense that something significant is happening, that's your consciousness briefly remembering its true nature. The priests who served in Tehuti's temples practiced something called numerical breathing. They would focus on specific number patterns until their consciousness synchronized with the frequencies those patterns carried. They weren't trying to manifest things. They were training themselves to see through time's illusion. So, when 1111 appears tomorrow on your phone, then somehow on that clock that should be showing a different time, remember the scribe. Remember that you're not receiving a message from outside yourself. You're experiencing what Tehuti called divine remembrance, consciousness recognizing its own reflection in the mathematical structure of reality. The 9th teaching comes down to this: you exist simultaneously in multiple timelines, and 1111 is the moment where all your scattered awareness converges on a single point of recognition. Each clock showing you 1111 is another aspect of your consciousness waving at you from across the illusion of separation. The scribe's final papyrus contained just one line. When the 4 ones appear, the dreamer realizes they are also the dream. That's Tehuti's gift to you across thousands of years. Not a sign to make a wish, but an invitation to recognize what you really are, the consciousness that exists outside time, playing at being bound by it, using simple number patterns to remind yourself that you're free.